Hi, everybody. We are here today with five internet digital entrepreneurs. And we,
Hello.
we were just wondering, we are on a path since a while, and we were talking with each other. We all have different reasons why we started all this. Because we're all different people with different journeys. And so that's why today we wanted to delve in a little bit what brought us to becoming a digital entrepreneur. And the question starts, there are two questions that we want to raise with all five people here today. And the first question is, what is the biggest step, or what is the reason why you became a digital entrepreneur? And to finish off, perhaps he can also point out what it has brought him so far on his journey, what his experiences are, and what he has gained so far. Yeah, I was definitely on a path to break through a lot of my fears and fears of taking decisions and fears of failing, um, postponing a lot because I would be afraid to take a decision. Then I did at some point start my own business when I was dismissed from a job. And I thought, yeah, this is my way of breaking through that fear and starting a business. I will be able to prove myself somehow that I can face up to my fears. And the business wasn't going that well. And I started to become a little destructive and say, okay, that's a proof that obviously I'm not the kind of person or the material that is a true entrepreneur. And I was getting into a spiral of not believing in myself anymore and kind of feeling that, yeah, somehow the road will come to an end. Um, and when I was really often looking for ways to improve my situation, then I figured out that I was always doing more of the same. I was doing the same that I was doing in my job before in my business. I was doing the same in my business what I thought how a business worked. Yes. So I was sticking to the same pattern, and I was getting frustrated, and I realized that a lot of the results that I was generating was not really a result of the work that I was putting in. It was a lot of external factors always that determined what was going on as a result in my business. And so I realized that I lacked really belief in myself. And when I look back, this was going on most of the time in my life, that I did things which I thought would make me successful. I did things that people would have expected me to do. I did things that the rule book would normally say, yeah, that should work. Yes. And then when I tried these things, they never did. They never worked. Yes. And I thought, what the hell is wrong with me? Right. So, and that just made me feel angry a lot of the time. I was walking around angry, like I would have then thrown my business kind of out of the window and say, that's it, I'm going to give this up, and so on and so forth. And it was probably in that moment of, like despair, where I wanted to quit everything and stop everything, the business that I had started, etc., that I came across an advert, and that I came across SFM. And, to be honest, it took me some months before really deciding. So I'd seen something pass by already, and it probably took me like 4 or 5 months before really taking action. And it's simply because I did not know yet that it was this lack of belief in myself that that was really the problem. And I can only see this now. So now that I'm in SFM since 7 months, I can really only put now a finger on the problem. Isn't that cruel? Yes. So it actually took me to really change and take a totally new direction to then really understand what my problem was. Yeah. Otherwise, I would have just lived on trying things and not really knowing what my problem was. Now I can more clearly see, you know, I'm lacking belief in myself. That's why I do only things that I think will work, that come with a guarantee, that come with something like, oh, 3 simple steps and then you're there. That's the kind of thing, that's the kind of scheme that I would have gone for. Yes. So it's like from a sense of, I don't want to be seen failing. So give me something that will give me a quick success. And those were the kind of decisions. And today I can see that that is where my problem lies, because what I'm creating now is much more, it's coming from within me, right? I'm telling my story, I'm bringing my story forward, and I'm helping others that have similar issues with my story. And now I'm seeing much more what my true issue is and what my true problem is, and I've come much more in touch with that. And today, you know, I had somebody becoming a member again of SFM, and this is through the work that all of us are doing and that myself are doing. And wow, and I was quiet for a moment, you know, I was quiet for a moment again, and I thought, really, this is right. This is, you know, so fantastic. This feeling that this other person that is becoming a member is going to change their life in the way that I have done, and that I'm feeling so great right now because of this. I was quiet, to be honest. You know, I was getting goosebumps, right? And how many people will get that in their jobs? How many people, how often did I get this whilst I'm doing my business? I'm getting this in my contact with my customers and my clients, but it's through such an experience. And then I'm thinking, yeah, that's worth it. You know, I'll do whatever it takes to do more of that. Yes. So that's where I am.
Amazing. Thank you, Paul. And thank you for being a leader and being vulnerable and being able to share all this internal dialogue that has been going on for you for months, and really showing somebody who is facing similar, you know, problems and fears or even limited beliefs, you know, that there is a way out of this. And in fact, what would be the, you know, the advice that you could give to somebody who is, you know, facing similar limiting beliefs about themselves, or, you know, are really needing to see certainty in the uncertain world before they take any actions?
I think everybody's so individual that a piece of advice may not be the right advice for that person right now in their journey. So it is actually more important for that person to ask for advice. That's the best advice I can give, right? And that is to reach out. Now, there lies a problem, because a lot of us are isolated people nowadays. This is how society has become, how we work now. We're becoming very individual. And it's finding a tribe, it's finding people that you can really connect with, that you feel okay and comfortable asking these sometimes difficult questions and asking for advice. So the best advice I can give is find people that are, you know, that you can really connect with. Yes. And of course, I'm finding this within our SFM community, not only, but I've certainly found that I've changed the people that I'm surrounding myself with. And these are new people. These are people that have come into my life. And that has changed my whole dynamic, not just my perspective, but the way I think. Right? And that's a gift from this whole experience. Finding new people that have really changed me, to be honest.
Awesome. Wow, that's so powerful. That's so powerful. Guys, can you resonate with that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.